In a striking development out of Los Angeles, justice took a decisive turn on Tuesday. A Superior Court judge ordered Lindsey Hill, the woman whose allegations once rocked the baseball world, to pay former MLB pitcher Trevor Bauer over $300,000. The case, complex and controversial from the beginning, took yet another dramatic turn, this time in Bauer's favor. This legal clash stems not from the original allegations, but from a breach of a settlement agreement both parties had agreed upon. That agreement, formed 2 years ago, was supposed to end their lawsuits against each other. It was meant to close a chapter that had already cost both parties immeasurably in the court of public opinion. Trevor Bauer, the 2020 National League Cy Young Award winner, had already served a 192-game suspension by Major League Baseball over these allegations. Although MLB took disciplinary action, Bauer repeatedly denied any wrongdoing. But now, a separate court has ruled that Hill violated their agreement, not once, not twice, but 22 times. Judge Daniel Crowley's ruling was clear. For each violation of the settlement agreement, Hill owes $10,000. That's $220,000 in damages alone. But the cost didn't stop there. Added to that sum were attorney's fees and accrued interest, bringing the total to a staggering $309,832.02. Bauer's legal team had argued that Hill repeatedly made claims on social media that contradicted the agreement. Specifically, she stated, on multiple platforms, that she had received financial compensation from Bauer as part of their deal. The original agreement, however, strictly barred both parties from speaking publicly about its terms. Hill, for her part, did not contest this new lawsuit. She made no attempt to defend herself in court. No legal representation, no arguments filed, nothing. Bauer's legal team advanced unchallenged. As a result, the judge's ruling came swiftly and decisively. Following the ruling, Hill took to social media again. In a post on X, formerly Twitter, she acknowledged that she had refused to participate in the proceedings, in any way, shape, or form. Yet, in the same breath, she declared her intent to appeal the decision. Whether the appeal will have legal merit remains to be seen, especially given her absence in the original hearings. This situation is emblematic of a broader pattern where private agreements, particularly those involving high-profile figures, are constantly at risk in today's digital age. Confidentiality is fragile. A tweet, a post, a comment, it can all lead to legal consequence, and in this case, it has. Bauer, who has consistently fought to restore his public image, is likely to see this as a moral victory as much as a legal one. Since being suspended, he has been on a mission to clear his name, even producing videos and interviews attempting to sway public perception. The $309,000 judgment may be a small amount in the world of professional sports earnings, but symbolically, it carries much more weight. It represents a rare reversal in a saga that had mostly gone against Bauer in public discourse. Critics of Hill have argued that violating the confidentiality of a legal settlement is not just a contractual issue, it undermines the very process of mediation and negotiated resolution. Supporters of Bauer see this judgment as overdue vindication. On the other hand, Hill's supporters maintain that she spoke her truth and that no legal agreement should silence someone who believes they were harmed. It's a polarizing debate, and the court of public opinion, unlike the legal one, is never truly closed. In all of this, one must also consider the cost, not just financial, but emotional, reputational, and societal. These cases reach beyond the individuals involved. They shape how we view consent, accountability, and consequences. For Bauer, this ruling gives him a legal victory he can wield in ongoing efforts to return to baseball and rebuild his image. For Hill, the legal setback might only fuel her sense of injustice, driving her to continue the fight through appeals and public statements. Judge Crowley's ruling is a strong reminder that legal agreements, particularly those settled privately, carry real weight. Violating their terms, especially in such a public manner, is not without consequence. The story, however, is far from over. The appeal is pending. The discourse continues. The impact, on both their lives and on how society navigates such allegations, will linger. What began as an allegation evolved into a suspension, then a settlement, and now a renewed court battle over words shared online. It's a modern-day legal saga shaped not only in courtrooms but in tweets and posts. And as the legal machinery grinds on, The world watches, still divided, still uncertain, about who won, who lost, and what justice really looks like in the digital age.